Of the ASUS TP500LA-AB53T. That's a very extreme model number. Basically, it's the ASUS Transformer Book Flip. It is a 15-inch full 1080p high-def glossy display screen running an Intel Core i5 4210U processor, so I believe that's a 1.7 gigahertz processor, with a 1 terabyte 5200 RPM hard drive and 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a webcam on it, a couple of USB 3.0 ports, 2.0 ports, HDMI, wireless N, and Bluetooth 4.0. This laptop here, and we're going to show you some of the box on it. Boxing, we got some just barcodes over there, who cares about that? And there's a little carry handle. Some other stuff. It's a very kind of boring, oh, this is important. Caution. Lithium-ion batteries are inside here. That's extremely important. Oh, and don't drink next to them either. There's wine glass here for some reason. So yeah, the box is kind of bare bones, but that's okay. That's how we like our bones. Bare. And here we go. We're unboxing. Oh, in search of incredible. Okay, what do we get here? We get a laptop with a nice fingerprint catching finish. Looks really good though. Definitely catches the prints. What else do we get? Cardboard, a small power brick, which is nice. Some documentation. Who cares about that stuff? Alright, so that's really all we get here with it. Looks like this does not have an optical drive, which I think is really important to note. That's what makes it so thin. That's also why you probably don't see like a whole bunch of CDs in here. I think that's, I'm kind of glad that there aren't a lot of CDs in here. Just all this like bloatware you don't need. This is a Transformer book, which is really interesting. People will call it a 2-in-1. Some folks will say it's an Ultra book, but Ultra books are supposed to be a little more interesting. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring over the Best Buy version of this model, which is exactly the same with the exception of it being a different style. So we'll go ahead and open this up. Okay, so as you can see, this is a black finish with white chiclet style keys, a backlit keyboard. Okay, it's the same model, it's just a Best Buy exclusive. Now here's what's really neat about this. So you have your keyboard input and your mouse input that you're always used to, but we also have a touchscreen display. So if you're not used to Windows 8 or 8.1 yet with a touchscreen, I can tell you that I thought I would hate it. I really enjoy having a touchscreen to supplement the input. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the different modes that you can put this in, so you get a better idea of what you're going, what you're going to do with this computer. Both of these models have just the Intel inside with the onboard graphics chip. So what we're going to do is we're going to quick pause the video and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Before we get into the transforming aspect of the notebook, let's take a look at the finish. It does induce fingerprints. We have a full 1080p touchscreen display which supports multi-touch and gestures, and it complements the keyboard and the touchpad rather well. Speaking of the keyboard, we have backlit keys, chiclet style keys, which respond pretty good to type, and we have an integrated touchpad with 2-click touchpad, no integrated buttons. We have a Kensington lock, 2 USB 2.0 ports, dedicated volume, power, and Windows key. We also have a USB 3.0 port, SDHC and SD card reader, an audio and mic jack, and Ethernet and power. Alright, so again we have these chiclet style keys, and we have an integrated touchpad here, which I don't really care for. I find it to be a little inaccurate when you're tapping to click. I also find that because there are no dedicated left click, right click buttons, that you misclick a lot and it just causes some issues. So I'm not a big fan of the touchpad. So all we need to do with this is fold it on itself. It disables the keyboard and now turns it into a touch screen. I can put this in whatever mode I like. For this purpose here, we're going to let the accelerometer do its thing. We can slide up. I can enter my password. Here we go. You have a 15-inch 1080p tablet. It's a little cumbersome at first. It takes a little while to get used to. There are buttons on the side so you can hit the Windows key, you can turn the power on and off, you can do your volume. Makes it very easy when you're just trying to be in tablet mode and maybe you want to be swiping through some pictures or news articles. Doesn't matter because you've got tablet mode right here, and I can go ahead and pull up the weather. Windows 8.1 takes a little bit to get used to if you're used to Windows 7, but typical Windows taking forever to load. But other than that, it's really nice to just have the touchscreen. It really supplements all of your gestures, even if you're in regular keyboard and touchpad mode. Might be having some internet issues here, but anyways, it's not just the only mode that you can do it in. You can also do it in a stand mode. So let's say I wanted to show a slideshow, or I wanted to watch a movie or display something. You can go ahead and have it in this stand mode, keep it sitting here and let it go. Again, the keyboard, disable, flip mode, and then it will tell you, oh, you're back in regular mode. You can go ahead and start typing. I've been using this laptop now for about 3 weeks, getting close to 3 weeks. Battery life, decent. You get about 4 hours out on a full charge using the backlight at about 50%, your audio at about 50%, and doing web browsing, maybe recording a podcast or so. You get a decent 4.5 hours, maybe 5 if you're pushing it. The weight is decent for a laptop of this size. The fact that there's no optical drive I have found not to be an issue. We've got cloud storage, you got OneDrive on here, you're set with that. The keyboard, I feel like I'm not missing keys. I don't ever have an issue where I mistype something. The dedicated numeric pad is excellent. I know a lot of manufacturers are getting away of having the dedicated numpad. It's very nice, especially if you're a nerd like me and you like to do Excel spreadsheets. So overall, I would say for the price range, I believe depending on how you buy this brand new, you're going to be talking roughly $750. If you're getting it refurbished, you're going to be talking roughly $500 or so. This is a great buy for anybody that is looking to do a little more mainstream computing, not hardcore gaming, but they want to do something a little better. You've got that i5 processor in here, you got a full 1080p screen, and you got the touch screen. It's a great buy for that price. I really don't think that you're going to go wrong with getting it. I think this was a great purchase. So if you're looking for something that isn't a budget laptop, but you're not looking to go to that next step and get a gaming rig, absolutely check out this Asus TP500 LA.